All right, this is Can We Say That Pro Edition. Can we say that the Kansas City Chiefs and Baltimore Ravens will not make the playoffs this year?
No, unfortunately. I still think the Ravens are going to win that division. And I know divisionally the Chiefs are probably toast. But when you start to look around, are you buying stock in the Jacksonvilles and the Texans and the Steelers of the world? I can't. I know what the Chiefs are. And guess what? While they were dominant in one-score games last year, they're 0-5 in one-score games this year. There will be some positive regression. So I'm going to say no to that.
Yep. The Baltimore Ravens and the Chiefs will both make the playoffs. Ravens, of course, will win the division. I don't believe in what the Jags are, and I don't believe in what the Chargers are. I think because of the Chargers' offensive line issues, they may fall out. So, yeah, the Chiefs will find a way into the playoffs.
Can we say that Dave Canales has fixed the Carolina Panthers?
No, we cannot. I think culturally, yes. They're becoming kind of a welfare version of the Lions in that they want to run it, stop the run, physicality, grit. But what he hasn't fixed, and it's not his fault, it's just Bryce Young's terrible. I understand he threw for 448 last week. It took him a month to total 448 yards the previous four. Until or unless they get a high-level quarterback, they're going to be severely limited in what they can accomplish. But I think culturally, Canales has helped stabilize them. And they're developing a defense, and they're developing an identity.
Question was, has he fixed it? I'm going to say yes, because they were gutter trash, and they're not gutter trash anymore. So I'm going to say yes, he has fixed it. Now, the next step is what do they decide to do at the quarterback position? That's the next step.
Yeah. David, when I look at the Panthers, to me, them and the Bears are kind of like the Spider-Man meme. I don't know what they are. You know what? Let's just go right into that. Can we say 6 or 7 wins? 6 or 7 wins in the last for the Bears, that the Chicago Bears are legit?
No. I respect what Ben Johnson's doing, and it's better to win the games than lose them. But look who they've beaten. A lot of empty calories. I don't see a ton of progress. There's some progress with Caleb Williams, but I don't know how sustainable he is. I think they're going to falter. They got a pair of games against Green Bay. They go to Philly. They get a return date with the Lions. I'll be very surprised if they are able to win more than one of those games.
Yeah, I'll go through it for people that aren't paying attention. They beat Dallas, the Raiders, Washington, New Orleans, Cincinnati, New York, Giants, and the Vikings. No, they're not real.
Can we say the Cleveland Browns will be on the clock to draft another quarterback in the draft this year?
Do not ask me to get inside the Browns' head. Leave me alone. I'm not answering that. I have no idea what they're doing. I would say yes. It would seem like a rather simple thing to do.
I mean, are they still waiting on Watson to come back?
Once again, flowchart, Browns, brain, stupid organization. I don't want any part of it.
I think I know what they do, and yes, they will try to draft another quarterback this year. Somehow, some way they will do it because that's what they do.
Yeah. Can we say that the Chargers, the injuries are finally mounting up for the Chargers, and they probably won't win their division?
I don't know if they make the playoffs. I mean, Justin Herbert was so poorly protected against Jacksonville. He threw for 81 yards and went like 7 of 15. Rico with no Joe Alt, no Pipkins, no Rashawn Slater. It just, they're out of options, and they can't protect them. And it has nothing to do with Jim Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh's done a hell of a good job there in the year plus he's been there. But if you can't protect your quarterback, you're done. Rico, I question whether they're going to make it. I really do.
Yeah, and I spoke on that for the first questionnaire, and I'll go a little further. You're right, Mike. When they don't play your quarterback in the fourth quarter because you're losing so badly and they want to protect him from getting hit again, they're not good. They're going to fall off the cliff. They are killing their quarterback. He will get hurt probably eventually in the next couple of weeks and then maybe out for the rest of the year.
Can we say the Green Bay Packers just aren't a serious Super Bowl contender? Like they'll make the playoffs. But
I think we can say that. I've watched more Packer football than I care to admit. They look broken. I mean, offensively, there's a play calling issue. Clearly, the running game's been bad all year. We've talked about it.
I mean, like for the Eagles, I feel like at some point a spark could hit that offense and it'll take off. I don't see
and I think they're clearly saving Jalen Hurts' legs for the playoff drive. Once you add quarterback run to that, it'll look a little bit better. The Packers, again, like you played the Giants. You needed a comeback. You allowed the Giants to possess the ball for 36 minutes. Like, how can I take the Packers seriously with losses to the Browns and losses to Carolina and a tie against the Cowboys? Look, your resume's on display every Sunday. So until or unless they play a different brand of ball, I have downgraded them big time. You know what, Charles? What is it? That's my takeaway too.
Something is wrong here, and I know they have injuries at the receiver position, but Jordan Love has to be better with whatever he has out there on the field. They're not a serious contender. I am afraid that tie may help them still get into the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I think they'll get into the playoffs, David. I'm just like Super Bowl. I can't see that.
Not even close.
All right, I'll say this one and then go and duck and cover.
Okay.
But based off of their remaining schedule, can we say that the 49ers are in play for the top seed in the NFC?
I'm going to say no, but I will say I have come to grips with the reality that the zombie Niners are making the playoffs. But I just don't think they're going to comprehensively win enough games to keep pace with what might be. Again, if Philly falters or the Rams, we can talk about it. But I know what I just watched, Niners-Rams. Right. I'm going to say no to that.
Right. I mean, they're getting their people back and Purdy's back.
Yeah, I don't see the Rams stopping. So because I don't see.
Well, they split with the Rams.
No, I know,
So,
but
yeah,
I don't see the Rams getting a hiccup anywhere late in the season for them.
About?
So
the Lions are going there.
Okay.
Can we say, and I saved the best for last, can we say that Detroit's offense is broken because Ben Johnson is not here?
No. The offense is diminished because the offensive line is not the same. I think Ben Johnson hurts. I'm not going to use the word broken. The Packers look broken. The Lions can still put up points. It's the O-line to me. I'll say no.
It's the O-line. It will continue to be the O-line the rest of the year, but add in Sam Laporta being out. That will make it look a little bit worse, I think, in my mind, because he's the security blanket in the middle of the field for Jared Goff, and that's going to change some things. So right now, offensive line, but keep looking at that.
Let me an addendum to this real quick, if I can, David. Looking at this Ben Johnson, let's stick with that, and him not with the Lions. And I think this is a little bit of a Brady Belichick type of thing. Can we say that maybe, Ben Johnson made Dan Campbell's offense the way it was? And maybe I didn't phrase it the right way, the previous question. It was Ben Johnson that made this offense click and fun and all of that, and now or is it still just the offensive line?
I think both are true. I know that's not how this game gets played, but I think Ben Johnson presented the highest form of this offense, but he did it with a different O-line. The O-line not being what it has been precludes you from just doing what you did. So I still lean O-line, but I'm not mad at either suggestion.
No, and what I'll say to that is what Ben Johnson allowed, it allowed Dan Campbell to be the CEO on Sundays and not have to call the plays, not have to do this. He can insert certain things, but he could be the CEO. Now with Ben Johnson gone and now he's calling plays again, now he has to be that play caller and it can't necessarily be that CEO anymore.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
That is, can we say that? 97-1.